What's up, family? Hope you're doing well. I am almost sure the audio is legit now. Yeah, all good now? Yeah, you can hear me now. I'm sure you can hear me now. Hear me now? Now it's working. Wicked. Cool, guys. Listen, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. And I am delighted to be back on a red day. Thank you so much, Steve. There's a lot to get through, and we're going to try and make sense of all of this stuff. I'm sorry I was late. I had to commit to the community, posting alert after alert. Days like this, we need each other, guys. We need to actually see the bigger picture, and we need to just take a moment, really, to enjoy life with the family, with our loved ones, and the portfolio will do what it does. Now, there are two sectors here, two distinctive investors. One, probably three, I would say. There are those that are trying to get the portfolio right. Therefore, they are happy to switch. Thank you, Armzilla, bro, my brother. First of all, anyway, season's greetings to every single one of you. And, we've looked at this in the past. I've spent all day looking at data. Really, generally speaking, there's nothing to be worried about. There are some levels we need to get to. So the pain isn't completely over yet. If I said it was over, I'd be lying. Having said that, the opportunities. I mean, I've looked through my portfolio today, trying to free up some funds to try and get into some things, and I was really genuinely happy with my bags. Now there are three different investors. There are the ones that say, you know what, F it, this crypto entire industry is a scam, and they sell at a loss and they pack their bags and go. I don't think many of us fall into that category. There are those that are lucky enough either to, for this dip to coincide with payday, or they have the opportunity to deploy some, in the minority, to deploy some dry powder. Therefore, they are left with a lot of, they're spoiled for choice. They don't know what to buy, which project to allocate to. And this is when you see someone going into an exchange, buying something and then selling it, and then thinking about buying something else. And then there's the minority, or actually, I'd probably say 50%, who are like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to sit back and hold my bags. I've already been allocating for 4 years, have taken limited profits, but it is what it is. And there are one or two projects that are holding down your portfolio. So we all fall into these three categories. Now, is one better than the other? I really think, the best position to be in right now is if you could have any form of liquid or any assets that you can liquidate in the real world, I think you should. And Ray says here, I get paid on 24 hours. Sadly, I'm all in. Absolutely, bro. That you need to chill. Do what I'm doing actually, which is really just looking at opportunities on a grand scale, but not making mistakes with things that I've built up for months. Now, inherently, if there is opportunities, and we'll look at these opportunities in a moment, you should be able to take advantage. So I have done several updates in the community about potentially getting into certain plays, and we'll talk about those. I've created an entire list of projects that we could potentially all have a look. So we'd look at that as well. I've literally just released a buy alert, by the way, amongst all of this. So yeah, things are looking rather difficult for everyone. But here's what I posted today. I said, look, guys, we need to look at something. And we really need to, this is a chart that I created today. And it just gave the story away of exactly what's happening, where we're at, what's going on. So if you look back at 2021, entire cryptocurrency market was around $600 billion. That's everything. And if you fast forward that into the lowest point in 2022, the market was just a meager $700 billion. Fast forward to today, we're sitting at 3.5 trillion or thereabouts. So you have to put this into perspective. You have to say to yourself, look, a lot of gains have been made here. And this is all driven by, again, on the Bitcoin side, a lot of it is driven by the ETFs. So what do we do? So what I've done is I came up with some layer ones and AI plays that people can actually confidently add to, some gaming projects, and of course, some meme projects that you can add to. But at this particular moment, you either add to your existing convictions or you buy quality. All right. So what is this all about? Now, Fed announced yesterday, obviously, 25 basis points. Everybody here knows that. And of course, these interest rate cuts are likely to be sparse, is what they're telling us going into next year. So I don't think it was just the Federal Reserve being hawkish. I mean, the S&P was down, NASDAQ, Bitcoin, everything was down. But in particularly with Bitcoin and crypto, there is a lot of manipulation. The banks that you have, you're not going to be rich and make it to the top without being shaken out. And every one of these dips will take people with it. Whether we like it or not, the space is not really mentally healthy at all times. So, you know, looking at the news and saying which direction the M2 money supply is going to go, all we know is rotation is going to happen if we put it down to the basics, right? A lot of us are inclined to be the smart money, but sometimes the dumb money works too. So Wall Street falls sharply, obviously, as the Fed indicated, few rate cuts in 2025, and blah blah blah. And this is what's happening with Trump taking office next month. So Arthur Hayes, I talked about it today in my video, was also saying that potentially we could see more sell-off in January. For us, does it really matter? Like, at what point do we consider our bags or profit taking when people are not even barely 5 or 10x up on their individual positions? So it is a tough mentally to understand where alt season happens and how it happens. And I can honestly say we have witnessed and have been in alt season. So to make the picture even more clear, this is Bitcoin, right? Now, whenever you get a rising wedge, so whenever you get price pulling, look, in this channel, and this is where it's been, the chances are once it gets to the top of that channel, it will recorrect. Now, I've got an area of interest, and I tweeted earlier today that at $94,000 is where we are likely to see the most reaction coming forward. And if you look at this on the lower time frames, you start to actually see this as being a real channel. So let's go. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So this is the rising channel of Bitcoin that you saw. If we go to the daily, you would see it very clearly here. You know, the price has been bouncing around these levels. Let's go to the weekly. You know, you won't see it in the weekly, but the 2-day chart is also very, very clear, guys. So this is where we are now. And I believe, look, the wick there was 95,000. So yeah, it's proven to be a fairly decent estimate of where the price was going to go. But this is the point where I think the reaction and the reversal happens. And it's already happening right now as we speak. You know, 97. Could we come down a bit more? Yes, we could. But what happens after that is Bitcoin regains its ultimate strength. Now, what you're seeing here is the Bitcoin dominance chart. So if I just switch over my screen, there you go. You got your Bitcoin dominance chart. So total market cap now dropping to 3.3 trillion. BTC just under 2 trillion. And then market dominance here is sitting at a very high 57.57. Is the worst over yet? Listen, you bet. Look, we've survived several horrific dips so far. And this is just an indication that whatever you're doing right now, unless you've obviously taken maybe 20% off the table, I don't think anyone's going to risk that because everybody has been anticipating for this pump. For me personally, I was caught out because the indication should have been 108,000. That was clear as a daylight. That when you put that into context on this rising channel, sorry, let me just go to this. When you put that into context, when we tap that 108, it's very, very predictable that at the top of this channel, it was always gonna reverse. Now, of course, many of us are eyeing the Bitcoin dominance, and probably that's why we haven't taken any action. Of course, this is a huge manipulation, and just so you know, alt season is coming. What you see there from this 60% rejection, I mean, the height that we did back in November was around 60.3. That little relief that we had got everyone euphoric. Now, what you're looking for is a drop akin to this for alt season to truly happen. So this is what we've just had, that little snippet. This is so tiny in comparison to a real alt season. So guys, you have to believe and you have to have conviction that this alt season will come. So if you look at the DEX volumes are down, look at this. These are the sharpest drops you will ever see on DEX volumes, right? So DEX volumes were rising across the entire board. And this is a brilliant chart that shows you what the fall off is. And aggregated DEX volume has taken a huge hit. Now, this is where a lot of whales do their thing. So, when you see the DEX volumes, and now, of course, you've got the monthly, we're still not bad overall, guys. We're talking about Bitcoin nearly at 100K, but for altcoins, it has been an absolute reckoning. And in this next part, we'll talk about some of these narratives. Recently, layer twos have been pumping. So if you look at this, in terms of these top narratives, of course, AI agents, we look at DEXs as well. And above all, if you want to know how collectively all stable coins or all coins have performed against Bitcoin, all you have to do is look at this chart. So this has been, currently now we're starting to dip again. But look, back in, I'd probably say back in November was way worse. If you look at the collective performance of these cryptocurrencies versus Bitcoin. All right. So let's continue with this. Now, do you want to see some some crazy stuff? So if we look at just show you some absolute madness. So let's go to some of these charts. All right. So as always, I like to look at big cryptos versus BTC, and this is Solana. So if we just remove these drawings, and this is why I think if you're in the market today, so for quality meme coins and quality projects, I think this is the greatest time to find some money to get into those kind of like big meme coins like the SPXs, like few others. I've just posted an absolute gem in the private group, which is going to go to multiple billions of dollars, and we'll talk about it. But Solana BTC, Ethereum BTC is absolutely, it's still got a bit more to go to get back into this range and then ultimately go up. So these are all indicators for alt season. This is smaller cryptocurrencies like ALF absolutely been completely destroyed in this process, but ALF had a recent run against BTC, so I'm expecting this to kind of do something like this, eventually have a breakout at some point. But you can clearly see that ALF right now is not the worst when it comes to its BTC pair. And that's actually quite, this was the main, sometimes I know people talk about price action and what's falling hard versus, Bitcoin. But look at this, this particular price action here has kind of saved ALF, because prior to that, it was on this horrible, this is what it had to break. Look how tough that was. We're looking at this on multiple months. So that's Alephium. Now let's compare this to other big caps as well, like Tau. Again, I marked this out on our last live session that we've had. So you could argue that Bitenso Tau right now at the current price versus BTC is a very, very good value, because RSI is completely out and it is in a good space. Axelar, again, this is another one that many of you were interested in before the dump, especially a few weeks ago. I think this is another one that's absolutely kind of coming to the bottom and will continue to bottom out, and you can grab some of that. Now, Sui, we talk about Sui all the time, and I think Sui sitting at $11 billion right now. A lot of people think it's way, way too big. I think Sui still has some legs to run in this cycle. But the scariest one of all has been Casper. And Casper is, let me see, it has broken below this line. So Casper has to come back up into range, but Casper is going to at least pump to a reasonable level. All right. And again, we continue that. Say these are all the large caps that give you very good opportunity for a quick, 3x pump if you need to. There's one thing I'm going to tell you guys. The next round of pumps will include new cycle layer ones, all right, or layer ones that are relatively new compared to the Dino coins that just pumped. And I think this is going to be one of these that pumps eventually. But today we've got a $2 Pepe coin, which is insane in value, in my opinion, because a lot of whales are talking about Pepe coin. And could we see a situation where this is obviously now at $2.57? It's a quality meme coin. Tokenomics are insane, and it hasn't really done much yet. So the biggest pump that it's had was recently when it went from these lows all the way here. And this is not even the all-time high, but that is nearly 2.5x on your money. Another bargain today here is Based AI. So Based AI has come down to this 618, and I think this is a great opportunity to buy some Based AI. I would definitely find a way to, my bag is big enough now, so I'm not really stressed. But Based AI at these levels, guys, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, people could not get enough of this project. Right now, it is a fantastic buy. If you don't have any Based AI, I don't know what you're doing, because the agents are different. And the reason why the agents are different, I'm just going to show you. They're not even called agents, they're called creatures. So Based AI's market cap, we just add Based AI here. We have Based AI. Should have Based AI at 170. It's $170 million market cap, guys, right? So whilst I believe a lot of people will get joy from playing the agent game, what most people actually tend to miss out is the creatures. And for those of you who don't actually know, as far as AI agents go, self-organizing colony simulating framework that combines cellular automata, quantum coherence, blah, blah, blah. Big boy language here, but this is now, an opportunity to dollar cost average, or if you haven't completed your DCA prices, then, DCA buys, then this is something to look at. When it comes to value, there's one that got away. So I got into the pre-sale at 8 cents, and they sent me absolutely, small number of tokens. And this is a layer one dedicated to deepin, and it's sitting $0.50 right now. I think peak is going to be big money is going to catch peak. So yeah, I know someone's there in the comment asking me about peak and the inflation, which is not obviously great, but a layer one at $300 million market cap, I think, at some point you should be able to find a good pump, a 10x on peak. So guys, before I continue with the show, let me come to your comments. Let's have some greetings, and then we will continue with what we have to. But am I afraid of what's going on right now? Absolutely not. I see this as an opportunity, well manipulation, and a market that is surely going to bounce from $94,000 going into 2025. So yeah, hello from Yorkshire, my brother Steve there, brother Hamza. Salam, bro. What do you think the first week of January this dip will say? I think we'll pick back up. I don't think the dip will be as horrific. I think altcoins still have a bit more bleeding to do. I think we hit 94,000, we find support, and we bounce off. So I do believe, look, even at the inauguration dump that Arthur Hayes was talking about, you've got to put that into perspective. How many of the retail investors, or actually the right question is, what percentage of your bag are you consistently willing to take off the table in order for you to play the market? So smart money versus dumb money, this game is always difficult. So I would say continue to DCA. I mean, these projects finding bottoms. So for example, Heroes of Marvia tonight is a joke. Just like, for example, this is one of the, this is one of the best bargains again at $1.20. And we're back to the, August lows. At one point, this is like 113, 112, 111. This is fantastic. I don't really care, what people are saying. All I'm doing is making sure I'm positioned for myself to catch the true bid on alt season. So yeah, we can argue about how far and how deep the dip's going to go, but I think overall these prices are no stranger to us in this community. We've faced many difficult moments in this cycle, but every time there is a small pump, you see the relief in people. But what do you think is going to happen when we get multiple green candles? And I think that's what most people are not prepared for. And just to show you an example of a coin in a full alt season, let me just bring, this could be. So let me show you something that's quite interesting. Let's go to the Coinbase chart. So everyone talks about, for example, the likes of Axie Infinity, right? So if you put this chart on the weekly, I'll just share this with you. So, this is what a gaming project in an old season will look like. All right. So you'll have, so if I just put this over here, I just put this on the peak. Right. So let's say, for example, that first few candles are a write-off, right? So we go from here to start the true run, and we obviously go to here. So basically you have, I mean, look at this, these are weekly candles. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is literally pumped 6 weeks in the bull market. Now, altcoins will not do that. So if we're being incredibly picky, we take half of it, right? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So even if you go 50% of that, man, imagine having a 3-week period where your altcoin is doing nothing but numbers. Of course, you're going to get greedy. Of course, you're going to say, man, by the second week here. I know some friends who were like, no, man, this is going to, ridiculous prices. And look at we're talking about Axie Infinity in the last run. And I'm not even counting this bit. I'm not even counting granted, some people will say, oh, yeah, the market was different. And I'm not even counting this because there was a correction here. Now, most people, and again, I know some people who jumped out on these candles. These were big weekly candles. If we go to the daily, this is funny. When we look at crypto, we just look at it from we just see what's happening on the day. We never zoom out. So I'm going to ask you a question. You were holding, so let's just clear this chart. And these are the type of conversations you need to have with yourself. So Axie has moved from these levels to these, to that top, from these lows. But let's say you had Axie Infinity, right? I'm gonna play an exercise that I do every day here when I'm looking at crypto. So you topped out, you got in at these levels. Let's say, these low 50s or whatever. The chart goes slightly longer than that. But let's put this into perspective. So you've entered at the absolute bottom here in this move. And you made from this move, from this bottom to this top, you pulled in a 40%. And of course, crypto gaming was just in its infancy, right? Then what happens is a week later, you go from here and you shoot down. What is that? You literally wipe out all your gains and you dip below. So you take a 50% loss, right? A lot of people, what they did was they were like, you know what? Screw this. This bull market is over, man. I've lost all my gains, and this particular project is no longer going to pull any madness. And then those that were strong enough mentally, because every influencer knows Axie Infinity, and every influencer will tell you they made money on it. But 99% are talking absolutely garbage. From these lows you pulled in, you started to pull crazy numbers. Now, granted, obviously, you wouldn't stay that long. Sometimes people just jump out. And then those, a lot of people that got wrecked afterwards, they would have just hoped it's going to have a third push. So from there to all the way here, waiting for a recovery. So you have to understand, when you look at Heroes of Mavia right now, from a chart perspective, I mean, it's horrible. But look where the RSI is. I mean, the RSI right now, in terms of both volume, is completely oversold. Now, I did give out 2 scenarios for Heroes of Mavia a few days ago. In fact, the start of the week. And we were looking at important trend lines, and the IEO was only 80 cents. So if I was making an intelligent bet and a guess, these smaller cryptocurrencies right now are the best to DCA, not to micro cap, because there's a lot of quality available at bigger market caps. But this is right now looking as good as it's ever done. Now, beyond this price, how long do we continue to stay with the RSI being absolutely oversold? No one knows. But this is one that I would consider greatly. So, look, sometimes when the chart is looking like this, at the end of the day, when it's extremely oversold, no one's looking, all the weak hands are out. That's when you will do very, very well. And the second question is people saying that the parabolic run for altcoins will end 25 early 26 2025 till early 2026. The answer to that question is nobody knows. But what we do know is an early exit for our community is preferable. If we can get those 20 exits, if we're aiming for that, a collective number of your tokens doing a 20x, I think you'll be doing very well in this cycle. And some of them even have to be settled for slightly lower. And then you can play the game from afar. You come in with a bunch of stable coins, preferably USDC, your Tangent wallet or your ledger, and then you can actually put decent amount for maybe 3x gain or whatever. But I do see slightly early exit. I think before the summer, crypto summer is always going to strike, even in a parabolic phase of a bull market. So you have to understand we've been in this game now long enough to take some money out. And honestly, this time round, it's going to be no exception. We have to sell. So yeah, I like the idea of 25, 26. It gives us a longer bull run, but I prefer to exit early and settle for my fate rather than being greedy, because liquidities, the higher we go, the less liquid the coins are going to be anyway. So that's a good way to think about it. And congratulations, Steve picked up some Marvia. Happy Thursday, bro. Smash the like. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna skip these. Don't worry about a thing. Family's full out in force today. Hustle and motivate in the building. What's up, brother? My boy, Crypto Hammer. I start calling you no. No Sam Crypto. Yo. Or what about Stevie Wonder Crypto? That sounds like a good one. Yeah, what's happening, bro? Scared the life out of me with no audio stuff. Sorry, guys. I'm always behind because I dropped the alpha. Shane, you got some really good definitely Alf Cas. We talked about Alf and Cas. I think we spoke about Alf and of course PAI, Let's Go, and OGPU. Pretty cool list you've got going over there. Let me continue. Yeah, bro said, yeah, moments to buy the dip, no exception. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Yo, Qbert, what's up, bro? This market changes in a dime. Being manipulated. Facts. Absolute facts, bro. Big facts. Risk in early 2025. Yeah. Yeah, if they increase rates and if they sing, yeah, absolutely, bro. Yo, Cave, once again, my X account was suspended. No way, man. Get it verified. I think you just need to also use a OTP. So anyone who uses Twitter a lot, just set up the 2FA, get extra security, get verified. It's not worth it, and it is absolutely important not to be hacked, as me and Caveman talk about all the time. Bro said, look at this token. Let's have a look at this project. Hope you got a gem for us, man. SLP. See what this is. I'm not familiar with this. $2. Pretty decent chart on Sui. Pseudo Finance is the name of the coin. Let's have a look at the. So no. Have you noticed a lot of the Sui tokens, a lot of the Sui projects actually, I don't know what Sui oracles they're using, but a lot of them don't get tracked in terms of price. Times is another one. Decentralized on-chain perpetuals sub-second speed, and it looks like this is the Pseudos, the first perpetual protocol built on the Move on Sui that offers you a sub-second zero impact, and of course does allow you to trade here. See the stats. See what happens. Their stats is not working. But yeah, look, this is what I can't see. The market cap trading volume is incredibly low, and yeah, it's something. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to look into it, but yeah, thanks for the shout. Yeah, we just spoke about Peak. I really love this project. I think, this is one that I spoke about before it launched, and the unlocks and the tokenomics has to be in consideration, but nevertheless doesn't seem to be giving a damn about the market because of the low float of tokens right now. But it's one that I would definitely consider looking into. Yeah, I posted about CAS on X. I think a lot of people have been asking me today, do you still hold it? Are you still? And my answer was, I'm looking to make decent money from this. But look at this. I mean, at the end of the day, with Casper, you just have to. Sorry, I just need to move myself somewhere else. Let's go over here. All right, so you can see the Casper dump here. I mean, at the moment, in terms of market cap, you'd be surprised. What, $3 billion market cap? I do believe, look, this is more in range with a 10x right now. $1 for Casper would be incredible. I know there's going to be a lot of selling pressure at 50 cents. That's facts. I spoke about that for like nearly 3 years. But I think CAS is going to be okay. Another one, because we got to kind of look at, in terms of the similarity of market caps. I mean, this is Bitensa Tau right now at $3 billion market cap. And yeah, it's at $400. But if you look at this, the charts do actually look quite similar. Honestly, look, it's very, very similar. And see what this is doing versus BTC. So yeah, it did outperform BTC for a while, but right now, I think Tau is another one that you can, if you're in the market for a large cap, like, multiple billions of dollars, I think it's a no-brainer. This is going to go into like a couple of $1,000s at least. So listen, 10x is 10x regardless of the coin. You just risk more if you're buying a micro cap. So yeah, Casper has absolutely crapped the bed. And relative to new mining cryptos, proof of work, I think in terms of an upside from here, and it, obviously being one of my biggest bags, I believe the run that Alpha is going to have is going to be a shocker here. Because look, if you're saying, if the logic is 10x is 10x, right? That's the logic. So this week I spoke about projects in the Alephium ecosystem that are now fully on Mexi and other centralized exchanges like Gate. I just really genuinely believe that this one at $147 million market cap is gonna cook. So yeah, bro, it's very good points you make over there. Used to sell in fear of losing running cost, always more downward pressure. I think, yeah, proof of work has that potential, but then if you can actually look, Bitensa Tau, CAS, ALF, proof of work has its ups or upside, I would say, but at the $147 million market cap, you know, if we're being realistic right now, this is where I would allocate some money into. And that's coming from a big boy Casper holder. You shared gems in your video earlier, bro, but could you take a look at MLC, KIP protocol, PixFi? Yeah, sure, bro. Oh, oh, wow. Cody Games. I have another list for you next time. Yo, Hammer, drop this list to me. Let me take a few of these. All right. Let me know out of this list which ones you want me to look at, and then I'll go back and look at all of them. Or give me a shorter list if that's possible. But I can tell you right now, out of these, bro. So Kip is a super interesting one. They did some great marketing the other day. They had the president of Argentina, one of these young presidents who are switched on, and $32 million market cap, has dilution, and I just do like what they're doing on X, and some of their marketing has been absolutely on point. So from that perspective, this one is probably the one that I know from that list, and I think this one is going to. I mean, look at this, beautiful little graphics here, and they've got trading on KuCoin, Gate, and BingX. I think you can get a very good trade out of this. I genuinely believe that. Look at this. They're distributing rewards. Their Twitter is absolutely on point. I mean, they're better marketing than many top projects I know. So this one's a potential banger. And I believe when you get these low market caps, this is obviously at the early stages now, but potentially you could trade this for a very good 10x, in my opinion. And then, of course, you've got PixFi, Eden, Move. Yeah, the rest of them, I'll copy that list and I'll probably go through them another time. Trueflation and Seamless, both on base. Yeah. So Seamless if we look at Seamless, I mean, there were the days where people had options between Seamless, Aerodrome. I mean, good old days. And I know a few friends who kind of within that base ecosystem backed the wrong horse. But right now, if you look at this, it's not done much. And inherently, it is got to compete with Morpho, and the competition is just going a lot tougher for it. Now, it may well be a case because it's a lower market cap, it may start attracting money flow. But I did a lot of research on this. I like the tech, I like the website, but it's not really pulled any trees. What I would be seriously considering is a beta play to something within the DeFi and decentralized finance narrative, which is Morpho. In my video today, I talked about selling this at $3. And look at that, $3. Of course, the market dipped some more, but this was pumping all day when the market was red. Now, I think this one goes really, really hard. I think this one is a banger, in my opinion. Open infrastructure for on-chain loans. I think this is going to be a credible project, and it has a very good TVL. So, yeah, I would say instead of Seamless, I would look at something like this. Forget the market cap. Everybody just talks about the market cap alone, and that's how sometimes we miss certain projects. $500 million. I mean, this could go into a very, very on-chain data shows that the addresses are growing. It's got this crazy pump on base. It's multi-chain, but the wallet addresses and the transactions and everything on base is crazy. Morpho is one that I absolutely love. So yeah, take a look at that. Stay strong, fam. Almost there. Absolutely, bro. Yeah, listen, Red Belly is being shilled all over X, and it's decent. I really like it. I haven't actually obviously gone into it. Sorry, let me just bring it up. Yeah, this one's another potential banger, in my opinion. I think the price market cap, the fully diluted is insane. But yeah, I was just on their X page. I think this one is one that is good to either enter or just keep a solid eye on it, because if we get more retracements, I think this one is going to be potentially good. Now, I have one concern, and that one concern is for a project that is backed, that has massive, massive ambitions, that has apparently, I mean, I know the team is from Australia. They have an Aussie team. The only issue that I have, this actually debuted on Mexi. Why do I have that? Well, you telling me something that is backed and that's grand could not have at least 3 tier 3 exchanges. And that's where my kind of not concern. I mean, Mexi is decent. I use Mexi for the vast majority of my trading, but I do believe that they could have done the launch much, much better. Now, people tend to have this thing where they fall in love with projects. And I'm not saying that the project is not great, but that was kind of a, that kind of got me a little bit. Because if you look at this, the stuff they talk about, yeah, all great. Tokenization and case studies, and they've got good videos on, this is all great. And I know I've just dropped a massive gem in terms of RWAs with stablecoin back in the Discord. So this space is very, very competitive. But what I would say is it's the project, solid start. It is $200 million market cap. And for $200 million, I'm just not buying Mexi, man. Do you see my point? Like if you got $200 million market cap and you have solid backing and you're launching this thing on Mexi, man's not feeling that, bruv. That's what we call in London, we call that a waste man move. That is a move that puts me off. Having said that, I know that it has a lot of fans. I mean, I do, I may even get into it. Yo, Adam, what's going on, bro? Greetings to you. Huge expectation. AI narrative. Yeah, I just talked about it. I love it. I haven't entered, but I do love it. Hey, Delta. Good evening to my sister there, over there in the great Netherlands. And Low-Key is in the building as well. My brother, Christmas sale is on. Yeah, definitely. If you look at this, I mean, they should have waited at least for Boxing Day, for heaven's sake. I'd understand if this was like a Boxing Day sale, but Tectum is feeling freezing. Tectum, let me drag Tectum over here. You can drag these bubbles, right? Tectum right now is $5 or $6 now. Damn. If there's ever been a discount, Tectum has had a nice, what I consider to be a fantastic retracement. Cubic has gone absolutely solid so far. It's back to 3,476 per billion. A decent project right there. But here you go. Here's your Christmas hats on the banter bubbles. Not banter bubbles, on the looks like crypto is freezing right now. Oh yeah, let's talk about Pengu. I do have a dashboard I want to share with you, because with Pengu, what you got to do is wait. You got to wait. You need to find a way to track token claims. But what's happened, instead of holders selling, right now, holders have been rising. So the price movement for Pengu has not really been as, we need to see more. Yesterday was down 50%. This morning it was up friggin', I don't know, 20, 30%. But it's a very good dashboard for tracking Pengu, in my opinion. And I'm not interested in buying this until it comes all the way down to around that $1 billion market cap. I could be wrong. But if you look at the distribution, these are sales, pre-sales, and, look at that. And of course, majority of holders have around this 5,000 to 20,000. That's the well group right there. And of course, there are 45,963 whales on Pengu. Are we buying or waiting? I think. Look, yeah, I talked about it. I think Red Belly has to. I want to wait. I want to see a bit more sell off. Views on OGPU about to get listings. Influencers are pushing it. You know what? Influencer tokens are never a bad thing. Contrary to what people say, I think you can ride the pump, but you've got to be able to sell it. Don't fall in love with it. And I've talked about OGPU before. I think I've announced this as a micro cap in my group. But right now at $2 and a $58 million market cap, yeah, I couldn't care less for this. The tokenomics are decent, but yeah, I mean, listen, it's a decent project, but it's gone. I saw this out, under $10 million market cap, and I posted it. Some people took it, some people left it. It is what it is. But yeah, absolutely not falling for too many deep in coins. Yeah, Tectum has been absolutely, it had some drama today. I saw this on the Discord, to be honest. I mean, 17%, 18% down earlier. It was as low as $5. I think it came all the way down to $5.75. Tectum right now is just singing, I will survive. Tectum needs a night out after a breakup. Tectum needs to find some hell of a love. I think it will do it. Listen, Tectum will pick up at some point. So it'll be all good, bro. Yeah, good to see Casper Alvmarvia will go crazy buying all these dips. Crypto Sosa, my brother, absolute legend in the community. Pick up yourself, bro. Yo, Dex, what's good? See, thoughts on price of 9 Heroes. You know what? 9 Heroes is, I do believe I have a small, not a massive bag, but 9 Heroes right now, $14 million market cap. The quality is undeniable, and it's on Solana, right? So quality is undeniable. I think this is a very good project, and I expect this to be. It's in Neo Tokyo as well, so I expect a decent pump on this one for sure. Like Metacade is done really well. I was sitting around $60 million market cap. I can see this, going into a couple of $100 billion market cap, at least a very good trade. One of my favorite games. I mean, look, this is very, very nice. I'm sure you'd agree. Epic Games, Steam, decent quality. Yo, Nas, what's going on, my brother? How are you? Keep up the good work. Always providing quality content, my brother. That is absolutely incredible. Nas, for those of you who don't know Nas, this is one of the people that got me into crypto many, many years ago. Big up yourself, bro. Visionary. This man saw crypto back in 2008, 9. And man, we go back a long way. We go all the way back to London, West London in particular. But this man came to me with Bitcoin back in what, 09? I was like, man, I don't want to get arrested. And I never forget, bro. Like, This guy would always tell me, look, you need to get into this. And we're talking about Bitcoin off the dark web. We're not talking about Bitcoin in, we're talking about a little hard drive somewhere in a back alley. And then 2016, he was in Ethereum incredibly early. So, yeah, my brother for life. And that's the kind of bonds you form in crypto, right? So Dance is my guy for crypto going back well over, 14 years. Hi, DXB. Can you give me your take on gaming tokens? Which one is this? Your two gaming tokens, Engine of Fury and OTK. I think OTK is a microcap, so you can't really, it's on Solana. I do have OTK. It is actually up slightly the last, it's up slightly. With OTK, it's mobile gaming. Now, this week I was reading an article because there was meant to be this massive pump on Tap Earn and whatever Telegram, and Ton hasn't actually done anything with it. It's a bit too clunky. Whereas this is straight on the mobile. It's already got tons and tons of downloads. And at what, $10 million market cap, I think you could get a very good pump on this. And then your second token was Engines of Fury. This is something that Super talks about. Engine, sorry. Yeah, this is a coin that I always hear Super talk about. $1 million market cap. And this goes back, I think, all the way to last, early this year. I've seen the graphics of this. It's decent, but look, at the end of the day, it looks like shrapnel, right? The world's end just. So here's what I would say with crypto gaming in general, including these two microcaps. This is what market cap of 1.1 million. All right. And if you look at the exchanges, it's got more exchanges than bigger projects. We just talked about Red Belly, for example. So this one is on almost every tier 3 exchange, tier 2, tier 3, KuCoin, BitGet, BingX. I think this is a banger. If you like shrapnel, right? If you think shrapnel's going to do well like I do, I mean, look at this. $1 million. This is make it yours. I think Engines of Fury is ridiculous. I mean, I've always heard Supo talk about this, but I've never really paid attention to it. But it does give me that shrapnel vibes. I think this could absolutely go insane. And I do believe crypto gaming is the last line of defense for us making crazy money. If we're talking about these microcap games, I spoke about. So let's have a look at another one. But look, honestly, if you're buying games like Shrapnel off the grid, that Engines of Fury just graphically looks absolutely incredible. I'll give you another one. This is a $3 million, $2.7 million market cap gaming project by the name of Mora Games. And what I like about this is it's a studio. It's a studio. They've got mobile gaming. They've got a studio. And I mean, look at this. So while we're on gaming, we might as well give each other some gems, right? But I like both of those that you obviously you have over there, bro, are ridiculous. So I spoke about this in my video earlier today. And, this is a very, very good project, in my opinion. And it's at $2.7 million market cap. Now, one thing I'm going to warn you, you can actually buy this on Mexi as well. This has no liquidity. Practically, if you buy it, if you put $1,000 in and you decide 2 hours later you need your money back, then you're going to struggle for dear life to actually sell it. And that's going to teach you two things. One, how to sell these things in the right moment. Don't, if you're buying a micro cap, try to get out with your pumps as early as you can. And two, when you buy these, you have to hold them. You can't really trade them because the exchange it's just gonna lick all your funds. So, that's already three, OTK, Engines of Fury, Moral Games, and then we go to my other favorite. I actually caught this at 300K market cap, and it has been one of my best gaming projects. Took countless profits from this, but this is now $1.6 million WAS Studios. God, crypto gaming is going to make us rich, guys. So if you hold one or two decent gaming projects and then you have one or two degen plays, I think at some stage in the cycle, crypto gaming is going to be, it's just crazy. Like WAS Studios giving back all its gains. But look at this. You got Donald Trump there going on a rampage. And listen, it's not the first place where you go to. I've played some of these games and, they're not what I consider to be, look at this crazy form of street fire. So 1.6 million to $100 million, 160 million, that is a whopping 100x. But I wouldn't advise, obviously, doing your calculations to, buying something like this and waiting till it gets to 100x. Next gaming project is Moon Tropica. Now, this one has just had a partnership announced with Superverse. And I kid you not, yesterday, this was pumping absolutely insane when the entire market dipped. This was like trading nearly $20. So again, Moontropica right now, what is it? $56 million fully diluted, but there's only like 3-4 million tokens. And again, this is some epic stuff. It is really super cool. The only thing is they don't have an exchange listing yet, but they've got a solid team. And this is just Zelda, man. Like if you're an 80s baby, like you'd understand The Legend of Zelda on the Nintendo. Me and my brother used to play that stuff. So yeah, so that's already like 4 solid games. Of course, then we got Heroes of Mavia. My group has brought to my attention that Alex Beck has been buying Carrot, and Carrot's been holding rather well off the back of large purchases by these big influencers. So this is a great discount on Carrot, 44. And My Pet Hooligans, the game, drops next year around, I believe, just before the summer. But My Pet Hooligans, man, this stuff is absolutely insane. I don't even think the people don't understand how viral that's going to go. If you look at their X page here, and it is now an infrastructure play. So yeah, I'm waiting to print from this one. I think this one's going to be an absolute banger. Wait till Alex Becker properly shills it. But people have been kind of alerting this one onto me in the Discord. So yeah, that's another absolute banger. So yeah, we turned that discussion into a gaming discussion. But yeah, good question, bro. Appreciate that. Amulet Protocol, AMU, DeFi on Solana. Thanks. Yeah, let's go to Amulet. I think, Steve, we talked about it before. Obviously, there's just so many coins. Damn, staked Amulet. So this is now $3 million. Circulating supply is half. And this is done. Let's see if it has a TVL. Exchanges. you really can't get the essence of a token just looking at it like this, but it's got decent exchanges, at least, you know, few exchanges here. But why would this? I mean, I have to, in order for me to invest, I'm always thinking, can I pump this, especially the low cap gems? Can I actually pump 5, 10x and then get out? Because, you know, I don't have any love for these. It's just a way to put more money into the core bags. Unified DeFi hub on Solana. Yeah, it could be. I mean, listen, partners, Drift, and other Solana ecosystem projects, Pith. You know, of course, they have to use that Oracle. Camino is a very, very good DeFi protocol on Solana. So this one obviously on the degen side, but very good shout, bro. Bluefin on Sui unlocks, no unlocks for 12 months. I do like Bluefin. I think it's a very good project. Sui is already at $11 billion, and I think Sui is going to continue to do both. When NFTs eventually come back, I think the Blue Move is the other one. Move is the other one, and then of course this one is, you know, chart looks not too bad. 10% down on the day. Yeah, decent. I like it. I don't own any of this as well. Financial network with paralyzed performance, and this is the building the most powerful decentralized financial ecosystem on Sui. So yeah, it looks decent enough. I mean, it's well done. They tweet a lot, and I don't hold any, but I do like it. Open serve is going to billions. Look at your boy already, Sam. Cool. Let's have a look, bro. Surf. Is that the ticker? Yeah, I think this is, let's see where we can. There we go. Yeah, sorry. Without the E. So it's going to billions, you said. Let's have a look at why. Damn, it's already in price discovery, which is solid, running hard today. I mean, this went from 3 to 10 cent, decent move. So what is it? I can see why you'd say that. I help to find and curate, employ AI agents, hire custom AI workforce. Okay, to supercharge your productivity and revolutionize the way you create value. I mean, should I hire someone here? Data analysts. So they do have real. This is good. Create your own custom AI agents. I think there's few projects doing this. And this is what I was saying when I started the live stream. So again, could you be doing the same thing, for example, on basis creatures? This entire space is becoming rather clogged and very, very competitive. Now, leverage AI workforce to realize your vision. Integrate all your favorite apps. So you can actually integrate stuff like Shopify and GitHub X and so on and so on. Even Uniswap, I can see the Uniswap logo there. If I could use this, you know, host your own agents, create it with them, fully agnostic, integrate to any GPU. Now that's obviously from a technical standpoint, that's quite bullish as well. It's decent. I like it. I like it a lot. They got partnerships. They don't really say what they are, but they've got a bunch of logos here with big boys. So APIs integrating to AWS, Google Cloud, IONET, and RunPad, and a few others. It'd be interesting to see if they've got big backers as well. Because if they've got, so they're obviously that WC, this is City of London address. Those addresses are normally, typically, Regis offices, remote offices that people hire in central London. And they've got a LinkedIn page as well. So let's see what that's saying. So no faces, obviously. Let's see if we can find people here. It looks like it was specifically created for, so obviously they're not doxed, or are they? People you may know. Or these people I know, but associated members. So look, bro, here's what I would say. Let it cool off. Because tokenomics are not bad at all. The project, in terms of its overall presentation, one place I didn't actually check yet is, let's give them a follow. Let's get some alerts, see if they drop some gems. Welcome to the future. Now, obviously, this needs the market cap is at a decent place, still very small, below $100 million. So yeah, I do like what I see. I would like to do some more research, and on that basis, a very, very good shout, Sam. Insane potential, 55 mil. Yep. Kay, what's up, bro? Hope you're well. So grateful to join your community. Man, big up yourself, bro. I'll almost likely join your group. Man, the best YouTube. Thank you, bro. This is what I'm talking about, man. Guys, are you seeing that? There's 97 of us. Can we have 97 likes tonight? See if we can break the record. But that's a beautiful comment, bro. And everything you say means a lot to me. Okay, so your list from earlier, MLC, Move, and MXM. Cheers, bro. I'll check the rest for you as well. Let me just put this one into the... I need to do more white paper research on these types of plays the community's coming up with. Let's keep that there. So let's start with MXM. Let's do it in order. MLC. My lovely coin. Did I put this into... Right. Okay. So if you look at this, I'm going to show you something funny, bro. They say great minds think alike. I am almost sure. So this is the one. 30 million. Yeah, I've literally kind of saw this today. I think it's in my short list there. Nah, that's the DJ list. Anyway, let's talk about this one. My lovely coin. What a ticker. Beautiful off the bottom. I mean, if you got into this in November, you've almost pulled a nice 3x, 4x there. But I think we might have seen this before. Mobile gaming studio. And yeah, we did see this before. I don't know if it was you, bro, who brought this on a previous live stream, but they've got big backers, right? And right now, so partners, they've got decent backing. Typical Forbes paid shill. The only thing is, I have not seen anyone of note talk about this one. I believe it's also on Polygon, right? So if you look at the current pump, it's absolutely rocking. L Bank, Mexi, And what's the market cap? $30 million. And I'm sure a lot of these tokens are kind of ecosystem rewards. So fully diluted is not bad at all. Circulating supply, max supply. I think this gets well over $1. Because the tokenomics are kind of similar to Marvia, I would say. So let's see what they're doing on X. Let's give them a follow as well. So basically, these are the metrics. So the world's first impact-driven Web3 mobile game, okay, led by industry veterans, 900K Instagram followers, and yeah, lovely coin. What a ticker! So yeah, I'll give you this one. This one is decent to watch. Sorry, I didn't even share this page. So this is what they come up with. And 300K followers as well on X, right? So big community. Seems like, obviously you got to go into the Telegram and look at various other things, but My Lovely Planet, My Lovely Coin, it's just got a nice ring to it, hit with the normies. I don't like the fact that they're on Polygon, if I'm being honest. Nothing's decent. There's nothing happening at Polygon. Then finally, let's see how many holders. If they've got nearly 1 million followers on Instagram, let's see how many holders they have. They've got a decent amount of holders. Not the biggest, not the smallest. Most coins have sub 10K holdings. Carrot has about 8K, 7K holdings. So very, very impressive. That's a very good shout, bro. I think this potentially could go viral. But yeah, it's just went into price discovery, had a pullback, and then we see where it goes from there. And then obviously the next one is Move. So on Sui, I think. Is it on Sui? No. Dot moves. Let's see what this banger is. So far, the market cap is talking to me, but the chart is absolutely crap. Older cycle coin, pump, and then obviously dump, and then back in 2022, pumps again, and then does nothing for the next several years. Now, this is obviously way too specific, and now I started to get my bear market vibes back. So Move and what was the other one? Step In. It was all of that together once. And AI powered trainer in your pocket. Now, this was once a grand idea in crypto, steps counting and all of that, but I've got Apple, I've got Apple subscription, Apple Fitness or whatever. Why would I go to the blockchain to do something like this? Pilates program, get started. Look, it's not something you want to hold, if I'm being honest. Do you know what I mean? How do you rate your current physical condition? I'm absolutely poor, and I like smoking shisha. So then what? My name is Ronaldo Nazario da Lima, aka the R9. This one I would skip. Look, good marketing, but yeah, its time is definitely come and gone. It could pump, and then the last one is MXM. Now, MXN is another one that we looked up before, I think. Max. Again, another gem by my bro, Crypto Hammer. Absolutely relentless. But yeah, chart is rather concerning on this one because, again, it's a micro cap listed on Mexi, on Radium, and it's a Solana play as well. But what is it? Let's have a look at what this is. So, look, as far as meme coins are gone or concerned, is this everyone's going to Max? Max is road to 1 million. Is this the influencer coin? Or, look, with these, it's just a pure gamble, right? But the website is nice, and I think it will pump for sure. By the way, why have you stopped taking out Carrot and what is this? Google Chrome would like to find device located on the network. By the way, why have you stopped talking about Carrot? Are you skipping it or going all in on Mavia? I haven't actually stopped talking about it at all. I've spoken about Carrot at length in this video, even posted them on X. By the way, guys, if you want to know the type of shenanigans I get up to, I would kindly ask you to head over to X and follow me on there because it is a lot of fun. We talk a lot of things. I'm going to post this in the, I want to see as many of you as possible because Tyrone's over there. Who else is over there on my X page? You know, we have the lovely Maud here from Alephium. She's a resident. And this is what we talk about. This is what we like to do. So, Kay, to answer your question, I'm in both, but obviously, you know, I posted this earlier. So I said, look, don't worry about it. The real Donald Trump, I tagged him into this. He's going to save us. But there's a lot of stuff that I talk about. Here's an article that everybody should read on my X page. I think this article says, you know, titled, Just Chill, Buy the Dip, the Market Manipulation Won't Stop Retail Winning. And there's a lot of good points I make here. This market went from 600 billion to 3.5 trillion, and people they still don't believe it. There you go. Look, my brother said, have you stopped talking about Carrot? Absolutely not. Link with my pet hooligans, and this has a massive gaming and entertainment potential. You know, you look at things like Tau, SPX, of course, Pepe Coin, Mavia. You know, I make a lot of good points here. So I think you should give me a follow because sometimes I post things you can use on X as well. But guys, we have done a service to humanity, and you know, I think this has been a brilliant stream. I'll take a few more. Oh, MLC. I'm not sure what that is. My lovely coin. Ethan in the building as well. Love to hear your opinion on MLC pre-launch. So this is the one that we just spoke about. I think I'm reading older comments. So lads, look, it's been brilliant. It's been emotional. I'll take this one because this is a good one. Am I still bullish on Tectum? No mention in your L1s. Yeah, look, I can't mention everything, so I do apologize if I don't mention any specific coin sometimes, because I'm largely focused on, you know, the bigger projects in terms of a dollar value that the communities have. But I do have a lovely bag of Tectum. And at this point in the cycle, when all microcaps have been down, I just really, even if I wanted to sell it and trade out of it at $5, I'm not going to do that, right? I tell everyone to hold the value of what you have, at least to the level. I mean, there's been some stuff that's been going on around in Tectum, but at least, you know, get a little pump out of it and then use that money for something else if you lose conviction. But I do hold a bag that will hopefully pump. And if it doesn't, I know in a bull market, few of the coins won't make it. I think there will be time and kind of an assessment for things like Tectum. All right. Yes, we've got to talk about this. I did post this to the family as well yesterday, because the price of DEAI has been shifting, and I did hint that article, which I can actually find for us. Sometimes, you know, mans are just early to alpha, and Where was it? Where was it? Yeah, was it last night? Anyway, yeah. So big things happening over there at DEAI, and of course, this is the kind of early announcement accelerator, the Ignition AI Accelerator program, which is why DEAI has been performing tremendously well. And wa alaikum assalam to you, bro, as well. Yeah, last one. Thoughts on Elixir Games? I think it will. Listen, it's small enough anyway for a pump. House of Crypto and Joe Paris will shill ill pump. Yeah, listen, you know what? I don't know the coin that well, so I'm just only going off by holders and the basic kind of analysis that we're doing right now. But listen, you know, if obviously those guys are shilling it, you just make sure that if you're in it, you take your profits. You take some profits, and that's always good. Pratik, you know, no particular ones. I think for me, I'm actually going for the AI agents infrastructure themselves. I'm extremely bullish on the AI agent arena. You know, in particularly the battles with like creatures and things like that, self evolving. I'm all into based AI, in my opinion. I think as a layer one, that should be quite good enough for me. But in terms of it is absolute minefield now. There's Sui AI agents. I counted two new projects. One that the community's been in, which is Sui AI. There's another one. There's one that we just looked at now. The name escapes me, but it's somewhere in my browser, which looks absolutely solid. And of course, there is Autonolas, which provides the infrastructure, the OLAS token for many of these AI agents. So House of Crypto is going to be shilling that. Yeah, that guy can shift these tokens. Yeah, Mary, we do hold, greetings to you, bro. We do hold a small bag of BAI, and I hope it does really well. Balance AI is a friggin' it's dancing on a volcano right now. It's so small. Cool, guys. I think, yeah, you know what? This is a very good one by Adam. They're overwhelming, especially the ones coming on launch pads. Yeah, it's a pile of shit. And honestly, you know what? I don't know why people run into narratives that are pumping. What people should be all over right now is AI infrastructure plays where these agents are built on, and they should be incredibly, you know, kind of bullish on like things like gaming and dead narratives is where you're going to make money. You know, virtual protocol is pumping out an AI agent a second. How do you keep up with it? Well, if you buy based AI, then you have access to creatures. Creatures are the best form of AI agents because they're self-evolving. And of course, if you find something off Uniswap, and you know, or whatever the platform, and it's an AI agent, and you run it to 3x, take your initials plus a profit, rotate that back into a big infrastructure play, and then you're good. Yeah, what thoughts on MetaHorse Unity? Yeah, that one I looked at last March or April, I think it was, when it pumped a little bit. But it's a micro cap gaming project, so yeah, I don't actually think that anything of it really. It's just too small. Could pump definitely, but yeah, no specific conviction on it. Bro, about the team at Based AI, is the team doxed or have they? What's your take on that? So yeah, Kate, this is something that obviously I've been in Based AI now for many months, and there's people that I trust that know the devs by names and faces and that kind of thing, but they're not doxed yet. And one of the reasons apparently is they were too busy and still are very, very busy building the project. So at some point, I think it will be sell the news event. But I'm not worried where the based AI is gonna go to. As I say, they've already achieved enough in the field, in terms of being kind of these OG devs who are more of devs than people that just come out and talk a bunch of nonsense. But once they add into that in terms of their structure, I think it's going to do really, really well. So it hasn't concerned me from day one, to be honest. Yeah, checks is decent. RWA play for sure. Listen, I'm a member. I get your email alerts, but sometimes you send and don't mention the name. And I click on the Patreon photos. I can't see. Hey, James, I think you were the guy that said you've missed all of the gains that we made. And I can't believe you do that, bro. Like I literally post the actual token from CoinGecko. So if you can't see, get a bigger device. There's nothing I can do to help you. I mean, I can't come to your house and buy it for you, bro. But I don't know what the problem is there. You get the email alerts. Do you not use the Patreon app? I think you need to use the Patreon app, not just the email alerts. Trump buying Athena. I think, listen, Trump's been going mental, bro. Like Athena has been pumping, and there's a big one that I shared today in our community as well. I think that's gonna be an incredible. It's gonna have an incredible potential. You cannot sign into Patreon. What CAD meme coin is he shilling? Specifically, who's shilling what? Let me know. Agent layer on base. Yeah, that's decent. I can't sign into Patreon, has no record of you, but you still get all my alerts. So I got to repay, and I already paid membership. Yeah, this is if you can, you just message me. If you can, email, reply to my email something. I mean, I'm not here to discuss your membership and the size of your photo and what you can and what you can't see. So yeah, look, if there's a technical problem with your setup, then just email me. Shall we DCA more into talent right now? I think so, bro. Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, it's gonna go to that $100 million market cap. All right, cool, guys. So it's been brilliant. I think we've done 1 hour, nearly 2 hours. But yeah, keep your heads up, man. This is crypto. You ain't gonna be rich just like that. The gods aren't gonna just look at you and say you're gonna have 20 green monthly candles in a row. Game is dirty. It's been manipulated. There's going to be a lot of things that happen to us between now and when we leave. But I hope we leave with enough courage to sell early and not to regret anything. The worst thing you can do is being in this game for like the last 4 years, and then all of a sudden you start waiting for Hollywood numbers. But I hope you all have a wonderful evening, guys. I've been your host, DXB Crypto. Good night.